So when you find justification and explanation for evil, always remember that we will all pay for it. So what ails one, ails all. Which brings me to another Yoruba proverb. And that one says that the inability of snakes to find common purpose is what turns them into victims. We are all victimized by our divisions. Intolerance, devotion to one's own opinions and or prejudices, a lack of internal travels within Nigeria has led to a situation where Nigerians, flowing from its foundation based on ethnic nationalities, not citizenship, have evolved to the point where the average Nigerian, having no knowledge of his fellow Nigerian beyond his own narrow confines or ethnic nationality, has grown to be particularly parochial in his thinking, that he believes that the man that he does not know, whose culture and belief systems are different from his own, are his enemies. That is the way we've been programmed to think. As Naira has taken wings and began to crash, foreign airliners have been fleecing Nigerians like no man business, and like a lot of Nigerians have been forced to go to Ghana to originate their trip from Ghana. Some have had to go to Cotonou. They've gone to different places to originate their flight because it's cheaper to fly from those destinations than to fly from Nigeria itself. That's how bad our situation has become. We've become the cash cow for foreign airliners. Nobody more, none more than British Airways and Virgin. They cut our throats on a daily basis. We're like the orphans who nobody cares for. Our government does not care for us, and we've become easy praise to everybody who will seek to take advantage of us. These have been going on for a while. And then Air Peace came with their slots to fly into England, London to be specific. And immediately, their operation to England was announced. The cost of flights into England began to come down. British Airways suddenly remembered that he has cheaper tickets. Virgin Atlantic brought down his own prices as well. This man has been the one who is ever ready to go pick Nigerians whenever we're in trouble, whether it is the xenophobic South Africans who are busy killing our people, or whether it's the slave traders of Libya. This man had always shown up. He'll go there and he'll pick our people. There is nothing to be said other than to praise Onyema for what he'd been doing. And then he said he was going to England and prices began to come down. Then some people took umbrage. They couldn't even bring themselves to focus on the win for Nigeria, because like it or not, the Oyibo does not see you as Igbo, Yoruba, Fulani, Hausa. You are all the same, Nigerians. End of story. They don't care about the petty divisions that you have perfected in your space. They care not. As far as they are concerned, Nigerian, that is what defines you. But you are busy quarreling over the fact that somebody who bought planes with his own money is running his operation, elected to project what should be a thing of pride to all of us. Nigeria is not a nation. It's a pseudo-state, a criminal enterprise. And some people like Onyema are trying to build a nation. A nation is a melting pot of different things. The strength of that is the diversity, the energy, the synergies that can be created from the multifaceted aspects of our country. Almost every Nigerian eats amala now, but it's a Yoruba meal. It is a Yoruba meal. It's gone national. The idiocy of spraying money for which you sent our brotherhood to jail now, that idiocy was a Yoruba phenomenon. Now every Nigerian is busy spraying naira. Once one Oba even made an agbada for a musician with naira. Nobody touched that Oba. But the idiocy of Nigerians turning around because a man or a company clothed its employees in the prestigious Isiagu, it became a point from where you could begin to vibrate with bigotry, ethnic bigotry. The height of the promotion of ethnic and religious bigotry was the Muslim ticket, aptly called the Mumu ticket. It is for Mumus who have embraced bigotry that was created. Assuming but not conceding that it was right for Tinubu to have run, ignoring the fact that based on the inequitable arrangement that was brought forward to achieve equity, zoning system, it was the turn of Ndigo based on the madness. I don't believe in zoning, let's be clear about that. I believe in equality, equity. But the equity of our situation in 2023 is that the people who have been excluded, systematically and deliberately excluded, should have been the ones allowed to the free run, just as the Yorubas were allowed the free run in 1999. One must never be confused with spirituality. The African is spiritual in his perception. He understands that there is the Godhead and he follows the Godhead and he worships God in everything around him. And it affects his relationship with every creation in creation. The African sees the majestic mountain and he bows down, worships the God who has created the mountain. But those who would use religion to control your mind will tell you he's worshiping the mountain. No, he sees the majestic river and he bows down and worships the awesome God who has created the river. He sees the ocean. He worships the might of the Almighty God of creation who has created that. That is spirituality. It must never be confused with religion. The totality of your relationship is with your religious rulers or ruiners, as the case might be, because in Nigeria, there is really no disconnect between the political class and the religious rulers. They are one and the same. One and the same. If you doubt me, have you ever heard your religious leaders, rulers, I should say, your Christian religious rulers, coming out forcefully to speak against the slaughter of Christians? I wouldn't need to go to the ELA except it be for something more complicated. It would have to be a serious illness before I would be taken to a Babalawo or an Onishegun. I would have been taught that this herb will cure malaria. I would have been taught that this one is for dysentery. Oh, that one is for headache. Or if you are not sleeping well, use this. Each and every one within the community would have been taught that. We had infinite respect for nature. It has become impossible for people to understand that the next man is your man. The language he speaks counts for very little. He wouldn't have any religion, he will have spirituality. You will know that he worships God, because it is impossible for the African, before his corruption, to have envisaged a life where he doesn't have clear understanding of God. It is my thesis that the ethnic bigot is the stupid cousin of the racist. The racist has a basis for his madness. He could point at the difference in pigmentation of our skins. What is your own reason? He speaks a different language. That is your reason for hating the person. But interestingly, every time you confess hatred for a person, what you are really confessing is your fear of that person. Hatred does not work alone, ever. You never hate what you don't fear. It is what you fear that you hate. So what they are teaching you is fear, not love. When you love, you have no fear in you. You cannot love and retain fear. It is those who have retained hatred in their spirit that have fears.